there and make the stop at the 19. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get the first crack at it here. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. If you want to shut this crowd up early, you don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Cornhuskers offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. The lone back's got it. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He'll pull it on the read. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral it, and they made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Jets weak.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wide out in motion. Trying to get the edge with the jet sweep. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that's great defense to stop him short of the first down. It's so hard with a guy that fast to create the right angles, to make sure I keep the ball inside, and then everybody's got to run to the football. Great job by the defense.
Entering play
They've got
ball
it just outside the red zone. They'll move the
categories.
chains. It's at the 21. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
Zone kick check. Inside zones kick.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we...
Touchdown Buckeyes! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's got it. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Nebraska. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
The AT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Ja'Marr Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Comes out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Thurman. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. You know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense. You got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first rounder in the future.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And on second and short, no tight formation here. 3 receivers left. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the big fella. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page.
The give to the back. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Zings it complete to the right. Off he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third. He lost one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Huskers decide to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt. And the returner is stopped.
Enter upload option. There are 11 categories.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
One of the great programs in the history of the sport sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass play.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver you, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. The give to the lone running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 39-yard. Play formation. Third. Punt. Medium pass.
The Buckeyes will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Moving out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Makes a grab enough for the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. He couldn't connect on that 44-yard field goal attempt, so now the offense will take over at its own 27. The handoff as they run the counter play here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Brings up second down.
Entering play call over. There are 3 categories. You have 18 options. Old Fireman is selected.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got his man quickly. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And that's a really good example of the quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and 3.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Set to kick it away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. From just inside their own 20, it's 2nd and 9 from the 19. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
That pass completion has him set up 2nd and short. They're going to throw it again. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team.
Number 17, on to kick it away.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working.
Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone, it's Graham. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing. He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Touchdown, Huskers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
He'll call for the fair catch here.
Entering extract flood, quick slot out.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the right. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very interesting first 2 quarters in Lincoln. An entertaining 1st half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 5 options, kickoff middle is selected.
About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the 3rd quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all the...
And he's still running after the move. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This is a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Huskers send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff to the single running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield.
Headed to the end zone. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so...
Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He's looking to throw it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. He's right on target. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt coverage unit. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That fumble in crust territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Wants to throw on 1st down. On the run, still looking. He'll try to do it himself. Get every inch you can, but don't take the big hit. Great job by the quarterback. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Give to the running back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. On 1st down from the 13-yard line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Ohio State! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Nebraska, 21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
If your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack
coach
party.
Suggestions, there are 6 categories.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and he lost it high and deep down the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What a catch and run for 6.
Coach suggestions. There
they give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money, he's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving his defense up.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got it. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win.
And he's running in the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man on the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today.
What a snag by the defense. Just trucks through him. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Might be looking to run. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush. And you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Tate. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Smashes through. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. And the Buckeyes get enough for the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So not even the pass interference could stop that play. They'll decline the penalty, and they have the touchdown. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Nebraska, 21.
Entering over 1 Robert Risk, cover 2 hard flat.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Caught near the sideline, it's Nelson. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers.
All kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. And the pass is intercepted.
Entering mesh spot, mesh spot, mesh.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
There are 5 categories.
Don't you love
You have 7
energetic
options.
defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Play call.
I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Sayin. Quickly complete. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Pull down for the tackle. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the stomping has commenced. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. They finish it off with a touchdown and seal up this game.
And this might be what we call garbage time, and it might not really matter because you know the game's out of reach, but I like it. Keep executing. Keep finding some more plays. Hey, maybe you find a play later on down the season you might come back to and say, hey, this actually worked in this situation.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're...
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he added the extra
Entering play call.
This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dog.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Going downfield for the big play. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued.
Entering play call.
They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Okay, ready?
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get them.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Entering onside kick.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack.
Entering weekly advanced summary screen. Entering Dynasty Hub CFP team schedule. Recruiting is selected. You have 5 entering overview screen. Recruiting. Send the house. Visit at Action Plus. Hard sell. GM player. Overview. Recruiting. Top classes. Recruiting board. Overview. Recruiting. Scouting 0%. And, yes. Enter, CFP team, scores/schedules. Enter, yes. Entering home screen. Play now is selected. Dynasty. Load. Search. Load. Accept. Invite. Entering select. Moyolian 11_5. Dynasty. Online save. GP Oregon. Entering weekly advanced summary screen. Entering Dynasty Hub screen. Dynasty Central. Stats record. Team depth. Coach. Team depth chart. AHD. Entering depth chart spreadsheet screen. Depth 3. FWR. Depth 2. Entering Dynasty Hub screen. Stats record. CF Conference. CFP Top 25. Entering Goals spreadsheet screen. Entering Conference Stand. Scores/schedules. Entering Scores/schedule spreadsheet screen. Game Big 12. Game SEC Championship. Game Big 10 Championship. Game ACC Championship. Entering Dynasty Hub screen.